Larry, what is going on here? Why is your mother coming over to our house?
Lola, what do you want now? What's the problem?
Where are you right now?
I'm at my mother's house. I'm packing up her things and getting it moved to over there.
Wait, what? Your mom's not coming to live here, is she?
Yeah, of course. I told Mum to head over to the house before me, as it might take me a while to get everything sorted. Look, I haven't eaten lunch yet, so why don't you whip up something for us, alright?
Back up, mister. You're avoiding my question. You're not seriously saying that you're packing up your mother's things and moving her in here with us, are you?
Yeah, I am. What of it?
I'm strongly against this from happening.
Why? What's the big deal?
Well, let's see. The reason why I stopped going over to her house was because every time we did, she used to tease me about our marriage and make me feel terrible. Come on. You know her well enough to see how she treats me. And the fact that you never even consulted me about what you were doing? Is this some kind of joke?
God, calm down, Lola. You become so testy recently. It's been over a year since you gone to see her. My mum has forgiven you for your selfish efforts to isolate yourself.
Are you kidding me, Larry?
In addition to that, she's given you a chance to earn back your great daughter-in-law card. So you need to do your best to prove that to her, from today.
This seriously must be some kind of bad joke.
Why would I joke? Are you not paying attention on what I said before?
I'm not living in the same house as your mother.
What? You have no choice but to live with her now.
I outright reject this insane idea you have.
And I'm not going to let your selfishness come into play again. I forgave you the last time you did this, as I think you needed some time to calm down. I'm not going to do that this time. Her house has already been sold. And is about to be handed over to the new owners, so she needs somewhere to live.
The house has been sold? I had no idea.
If you refuse to live in the same house as her, she's going to completely lose her way and be on the streets. Do you want that on your conscience? No matter how hostile you are, how could you do such an inhumane thing to your husband's own mother? Now that my dad has passed away, our house is the only place you can come home to, you know?
So, this is how you choose to act then?
Lola, if you refuse to let our mother live with us, then I guess I've got no choice but to file a divorce from you.
If that's what you want, I get it. Fine. Let's get divorced.
What? Are you really wanting to do this?
You can't give me empty threats, Larry. From today, I'll go hand over the divorce papers at the courthouse.
Are you being serious about this, Lola?
Yep. By the way, your mother has been making a fuss over whether or not you've had lunch yet, so you should buy something for you both.
Hey, you should be the one preparing lunch for all of us if we're together.
We're getting divorced, Larry, so I'm saying no to making anything.
What? You're saying no to me?
If I keep having to do what you and my mother-in-law say to me, there will be many disagreements, and I can't have that if we all live together. I guess just be grateful that I'm not forcing you both out of the house.
Lola, don't be like this.
I will start to prepare things then. Not your mother's lunch, though. Just the divorce papers. Once you get back home, please sign them, so this can be over and done with.
Hey, Lola, did you really just leave my mother behind at the house and went out?
Yeah, I come back now and I'm in my room. And I did that while I was working from home.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, do what you like for dinner. I went to the convenience store and bought my own dinner. I'll eat in my room.
Who do you think you are? We're all living together from today, so why are you being so uncooperative? You know that we need to compromise, right? Because we're a family.
Do you think you even have the right to use the word compromise after trying to force me? Us all to live together?
Don't talk to me like that. Did you really go and file for the divorce papers?
Oh, get over it, Larry. Of course I did. I left it in the living room. Didn't you see it?
Even your name has been written on the dotted line. Pinpoint precision.
Yep, Now we just need for you to sign it. So can you do that? Quick, please?
You seriously want to get a divorce? I know who you really are, Lola. I've seen it.
What do you mean, Larry?
Nothing. It's fine. If this is what you want, I'll give you the divorce, okay? Suppose I'll write my name on the divorce papers then, shall I? But you'll be the one who has to deal with all the trouble if we go through with this.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not a big deal to me, Larry. Now, can you hurry it up with the signing?
Alright. I'll sign the damn papers. Hey, Lola, about those divorce papers. I took them into the courthouse.
And what are you talking about?
Oh, you must have thought that if you threatened me with divorce papers that I'd panic and my mother would no longer be able to live here. What a shame for you. You never thought that I'd turn it all around and actually do it, did you? It's a bit late for you to panic now, since it's already been done. It's not good to intimidate someone with something so extreme as a divorce.
Okay, I understand that, but...
But what? What is it now?
You saved me a lot of time and energy doing that, so thank you for going to file them.
Huh? You didn't explain the but before.
Oh, yes, but there's the issue of dividing up the property that we have, so I have asked a lawyer for some guidance.
You went to a lawyer? Whatever for?
Of course I did. I was introduced to this lawyer through a close friend of mine who dealt with their case.
Why's the lawyer got to be involved?
Look, this is not a good time to talk. I have an online meeting in like a minute. We'll talk about this another time.
Another time? But what is there to talk about? Aren't you going to tell me anything about this lawyer?
I really must go now, Larry. We can discuss this more at a later date.
Hey, you need to get out of here and fast.
Larry? Get out? Who needs to get out?
This is about you, Lola. It's already been a month since we got divorced, so how long are you planning on squatting here for?
Squatting? I'm doing no such thing.
This is my mother's and ours house, not yours. So you need to hurry up and leave.
But I sold this house though, so how is it yours?
Wait, what? You sold my house without telling me?
Why so shocked, Larry? When I went to the lawyer's office, he explained the whole process to me properly. Once the divorce was finalized, I wanted you to move out of the house by the end of this month. If you don't want me to be in this house, you can always take legal action.
You're kicking me out the house.
Well, yes, when it comes to this house, it's in my name as I inherited it from my uncle since he had no children. I'm sure you knew this.
Oh, I guess you did tell me that before we even considered getting married. But when we got married, you changed your last name and mine, right?
What do you mean?
Or did you forget? My mother told me that a bride should entirely devote herself to her husband. That's why the house should be changed to my name.
I don't think that's how it works. Are you crazy?
Really? Lola, did you not proceed with the change? How could you?
There's no way that I would agree to this so-called story over changing everything into your name.
So you seriously didn't do that?
Obviously, there's no point in changing my name for only that reason. It makes no sense.
This can't be happening to me right now.
Oh, well, it was a stupid thing to continue with the whole story that we are living together without my permission.
What stupid thing?
My mother used to ask, is it because of the number of economically independent women has been increasing over time? Is the position of the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law equal? Or is it getting worse because of that? So, if a more outspoken and independent woman comes along, do you beat her to pulp? If you're going to just bully your own wife, of course she's going to fight back.
But
That's what this situation feels like right now, doesn't it?
But that's not it. I'm not bullying you. All you're doing is working from home. You're making way less than me now, so I don't know how you're going to afford your post-divorce lifestyle.
Hey, don't attack me for my job. I earn twice as much as what you do.
Twice as much? I don't believe you.
When I first got married to you, I was earning just a bit less. As I continued to work, my salary started gradually increasing, so now I earn quite a bit more than you.
You can't be serious.
Oh, I'm dead serious, Larry. Are you unemployed right now?
Why'd you mention that?
I heard the company you work for went bankrupt 3 months ago.
How could you have found that out?
I told you that I've got a friend at that company. So, why did you think that I wouldn't find out?
Oh, of course. You found out with your loudmouth friends.
Yeah, anyways, when are you planning on leaving here?
My plan?
Yeah, since you sold the house that your mother used to live at, you'll have no choice but to rent or buy a new house. By the looks of it, doesn't seem like you're looking at all.
Because we didn't think we were in a position that we had to leave the house.
I'm not changing my mind. You've got until the end of this month to leave. So you've now got 5 days to pack up your things and leave, okay?
We only have 5 days?
Even if you don't have a place to live, you still need to leave, alright?
I can't believe what you're saying right now. I haven't found another job and you're just going to ignore that fact. If you're going to be like this, you should be the one providing me a place to work and a place for my mother and I to live. If you're the one to do that, then I can leave at any time then.
There's no way I'm doing any of that. There's nothing I can do now. We're divorced. You should try contacting that friend of yours if you need help.
What friend?
That friend that you mentioned? Don't come complaining to me later if you don't get any help.
Hey Lola, why is there a big black truck parked in front of my house?
It's a potter's truck, of course.
Potters? What the heck?
Yeah, they're a well-known lumber company in our area, you know? The owner's daughter was a year ahead of me in high school.
Wait, hold up. The Potter's Lumber Company's daughter went to your high school? No way. It's not Laura Potter.
Hold on a second. So you do know her?
We're in the same year at middle school.
Wow, I did think that we were from the same town, but I didn't think that you would have that sort of connection. Well, when I told her about my situation with you and my mother-in-law, she went and told her father as well.
She talked to the owner?
Of course, they're father and daughter after all. At the same time that you got a job, your mother arranged to move into the company's housing estate.
What? Wait a minute. Please stop talking to the Potters. To think I'd work for them when I said I wouldn't.
Well, we found a lot from the real estate agent about this. That real estate agent really knows a lot.
No matter which side you look at it, what you're doing isn't fair.
You're the one who told me to get you a job, Larry.
But not with them. Seriously.
What did I say earlier? I don't want to hear your complaints.
But my mother got into the car with the handsome-looking guys from the pickup unit.
Oh, nice. Is it true that your mother goes weak at the knees when it comes to handsome-looking men?
This isn't funny, Lola.
Hey, come on. It's just a joke. Besides, you can't let your mother go alone, can you?
No, but I can't leave.
You will leave. Please hurry up and get in the truck.
This can't be happening to me. This is crap. It's not fair.
With Larry chasing after his mother, who's eager to be picked up by handsome men, and doesn't get what's going on, gets into the car, about to burst into tears. Also, I have the secret ingredient to get my ex-mother-in-law into the vehicle with no problems given to me by Laura. With her being enticed into the vehicle, Larry had no choice but to settle into his company housing estate and began working at the lumber site the next day. It seems like he's being well educated amidst the warm welcome of his colleagues. And my mother-in-law, of course she doesn't have a worksite job, so it seems like she's being taught mainly business etiquette and interpersonal skills during her desk work. They have no choice but to be exhausted every day as they have nowhere else to go. It seems they are spending their days working hard. even with tears in their eyes.
Frank, where are you and your mom? I can't spot you anywhere.
Huh?
I just came out of the bathroom and you're not where I left you. Did you go into a store or something?
Well, we're not in a shop right now. We did step into one briefly, and I treated myself to some new sneakers and a stylish belt, but we've left the store since. I did use your credit card for the purchase though. It cost a bit, but I figured it's not a big deal. You'll settle it eventually, and that's what credit cards are for, right?
I can't believe you used my credit card again without my permission. I will just let this slide because I don't want to ruin our vacation. I won't next time. Anyway, where are you two now? We don't want to miss our tour. We don't have time for a game of hide and seek right now.
We've already moved on.
What? You've left? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I've said. We've left and joined the tour on our own. We arrived at the location early, and the tour guide decided to start early, allowing us more time to explore.
But what about me?
What do you mean, what about you?
What am I supposed to do now? You both just left without me.
Well, that's not my fault. You took an awfully long time in the bathroom. Not everyone can adhere to your schedule. To be honest, we didn't want to miss out on the tour because you were taking so long. It seemed like you were having some stomach issues, which might have limited how far you could walk without needing the restroom. I'd have had to stay with you, given that I'm your husband, and miss out on this amazing historical experience. Is that fair to me?
When have I ever prevented you from doing something just because I couldn't do it? If you wanted to explore, I would have found something to occupy myself with. I don't need constant supervision just because I might have an upset stomach. It doesn't mean I would stop you from enjoying yourself.
Well, great. It means that Mom and I can do our own thing for the rest of this trip, and you can focus on what you need to do with your stomach issue. We don't want to miss out on the fun activities we had in mind, like kayaking on the local river.
Me having fun separately while you enjoy a tour is one thing, but completely abandoning me for the entire trip is a different story. How can you be so selfish and inconsiderate? I didn't choose to have an upset stomach. And as my husband, I expected some empathy and support from you to make the best of the situation. We could go back to the hotel and have a relaxing day together.
Why should it be my responsibility to take care of you when you're sick? I'm not the one who's sick, so I shouldn't have to sacrifice my fun time just because you are. I want to make the most of this trip and have fun. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't just abandon my mom. That would be impolite.
Are you seriously telling me this? I can't believe you. You're actually going to leave me in a foreign country while you and your mom go off doing who knows what. Don't you care about my well-being at all?
Well, now that you've asked, no, not really.
What?
I've been wanting to say something for a while now, actually. I haven't been happy in our relationship. I often feel like you're consistently bringing me down. I want to be married to someone who nags me instead of allowing me to be myself. My mom shares this sentiment. She believes you're rather dull, and I deserve a more fun spouse. You see, I'm planning to explore various sites and attractions in this foreign country, some of which you might not be interested in. I won't let you dictate what I can or cannot do anymore. It's as simple as that.
I see. But if you've been feeling this way, why haven't you talked to me about it? We could have discussed our issues and worked through them together. How about you meet me after the tour and we can have a proper conversation? We can address our concerns and find a solution together. That's what married couples should do when facing problems. Communicate and work things out.
How clingy can you be? Well, I'm not interested in that. I made my mind up some time ago. I know I don't want to stay in this relationship and I want a divorce.
Divorce? Is that really what you want? You don't even want to attempt to work things out together?
It would just be a waste of my time.
Wow, thanks. What happened to in sickness and in health? Do those vows mean nothing to you?
Well, they're just words. They don't hold any meaning for me.
Great. Thanks for letting me know. Why did you even bring me on this trip if you felt so strongly about leaving me?
Well, let's face it, you earn a good income. I couldn't have afforded a 2-week trip to Europe for me and my mom on my own. Your financial support was exactly what I needed. Now that we're here, I can do as I please.
You're despicable. You brought me along just to use my money? If that's the way you want to act, Then fine, just return my card and backpack. Afterward, we can both move on and have nothing to do with each other ever again.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I won't be giving you your backpack.
You can't just leave me in a foreign country and take my purse. It has my passport and all my money in it.
Oh, what do you think I wanted? I'm not gonna use my own money when I can use yours.
What are you on about?
Well, considering all the issues you've caused me with your unenthusiastic attitude, I thought I'd use your money to fund the remainder of my trip and enjoy the fun I deserve. I also want to treat my mom a bit, so I'll use your money for that as well. She's in a nice place. She deserves it.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can. And I did. Consider it compensation for all the trips I missed out on because you thought they were too unsafe or too expensive. I believe I deserve some enjoyment. And you can foot the bill as a way to make up for the trouble you've put me through.
If anyone should be offering an apology here, it's you. You've treated me horribly, and I haven't done anything to deserve it. I can't wait to get home and put some distance between us.
Well, it seems you won't be getting home anytime soon. I've got your passport with me, so you're kinda stuck here. Honestly, it's a relief not having to deal with you anymore. So it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm going now. I have a lot to do with my day, like indulging in the things I've always wanted. I have no intention of spending the day texting you. Who knows, I might even meet a nice girl to hang out with. There's one who's been quite friendly on this tour. Maybe I'll see where it leads.
Are you really telling me that you're planning to be unfaithful? Do you not realize the potential risks involved? You don't even know that woman. She could have ulterior motives.
Well, I hope so. It's been a while since I've had some fun.
You know what? Whatever. I don't care what you do. I'm done with you and your disgusting behavior.
Yeah, whatever. Good luck getting back home.
Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. It's you who should be concerned with your recklessness. I won't be surprised if you end up being taken advantage of.
As if that would ever happen. I'm much smarter than you. I was so confident in my plan that I didn't even bring my own money or cards because I knew I could rely on yours. That's how brilliant I am.
You didn't bring any of your own money or cards?
Nope. What would I need them for when I have yours?
Well, you just gave me an idea for something. Thank you for that.
Huh?
It's nothing. You've just added some sunshine to my day. Now, if you don't mind, I have an important call to make.
Whatever. Just leave me be. See ya.
Oh, Kim. Frank and I are having the most delightful time on our vacation. You're missing out on so much. LOL. I mean, my son and I are truly enjoying ourselves. If you're interested, you'll have to cover your expenses.
I've managed to secure enough to move out, thanks to that.
Huh? I'm a bit confused. Frank informed me that he has all your money and cards. So how do you plan to move out without the funds or your passport to return home? Do you really think I'm gullible enough to fall for your bluff?
Yes, I really do think so.
What? How dare you?
I've managed to return home. I contacted the American Embassy and explained the situation. Fortunately, they arranged an emergency passport and put me on the next available flight a couple of days ago. Once back, I started packing up my belongings from the house. I won't stay with someone who callously takes my things and abandons me in a foreign country. What? But that's not... That's exactly what happened, and you know it. You're practically gloating about me being left in such a situation. But I wouldn't be celebrating if I were you.
What do you mean? Why not?
Well, did you know that most banks encourage you to report stolen or lost cards to prevent unauthorized use? They can even offer a bit of financial assistance if you're in a foreign country to avoid leaving you stranded. Banks can do quite a lot these days. It's remarkable, isn't it?
Wait. Kim? What have you done?
Oh, not much. I've simply followed the bank's advice, which includes canceling all my cards and getting new ones sent to me here at home.
But that means the cards Frank has are...
Completely useless. Yes.
Oh no. But we've been using them for everything. When did you contact the bank?
Only on the very first day you and your son left me behind.
So, for the past few days, we haven't been covering our expenses?
I suppose not. You might have some angry people on your hands.
Please, you have to assist us.
No way. After what you did to me, this is the least you deserve.
I'll inform Frank about all of this.
Good. I hope you do. He deserves to understand the predicament he's gotten himself into.
Fine, I'll inform him. Then you'll see.
We'll see about that.
Kim, my mom just told me what you've done. Why would you do that?
Why? Maybe because the man who was supposed to love me chose to abandon me in a foreign country, stealing all my money and my only means of returning home. Reporting it to my bank was the least I could do. That's why I've also decided to sell all your belongings to recover the money you have already spent on my cards. Honestly, I thought it was a rather clever idea. I've already nearly recovered the expenses from the trip.
But that's all my stuff, including my consoles, clothes, and everything.
Yep, and let's not forget the headphones and games too. It's all up for sale.
I can't believe you've gone this far. This has to be illegal. It's my property, so you can't just sell it.
Well, technically, since I bought most of this stuff for you, I have legal ownership of it. LOL.
But that's not fair. Please stop messing with my belongings.
Oh, and I've also listed the house for sale.
What? That can't be possible or legal, can it?
Well, considering the mortgage is in my name, not yours, it's entirely legal. I have the right to sell the house, and I'll receive all the proceeds from the sale, while you won't get a penny.
That can't be right. I'm your husband. I should get a share from the house sale.
Actually, you're not my husband anymore.
What? Don't be absurd. I'm still your husband.
Actually, no, you're not. Not anymore. I initiated the divorce process right after I returned from Europe, just as you wished. It was quite straightforward, especially after I shared with my lawyers what you put me through during our trip. They were more than willing to assist me in winning my case and ending our marriage.
Hold on. Lawyers?
Yes. When I disclosed how you treated me and took my money and passport, they immediately took action to start the divorce proceedings. I don't believe they wanted to see me married to you any more than I did. I've given the divorce papers to your brother, along with the remaining items from the house. Well, the ones I didn't purchase. As it turns out, there were only 2 boxes full. The rest of the things were things you had acquired from me. My lawyers will be in touch with you shortly regarding compensation. Judging by their discussions, it seems you'll be paying a substantial amount in compensation.
What? Oh, hold on a second. Let's not rush into this. We can discuss this. Perhaps we don't need to go through with the divorce. We can find a way to address our issues. Can we please talk about it?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I provided you with multiple opportunities to talk to me and to attempt to resolve our problems while we were abroad. Instead, you chose to steal my belongings and abandon me. Thankfully, I managed to reach the embassy and they helped me return home. Now that I'm back, all I want is to remove you from my life once and for all. I don't need someone so self-centered, awful, and utterly despicable in my life.
But what about the house?
What about it? Considering the house was in my name, I thought I'd sell it and move to a better place.
What about me?
That's your concern now. I no longer have to be your caretaker. I can finally live my life freely and on my own terms without having to support you. Anyway, my lawyers have advised me not to communicate with you any further. If you have anything to convey, please go through them. Goodbye.
No, wait!
The divorce proceedings ended smoothly due to the substantial evidence I had, including the text Frank sent me during our trip. He was also ordered to pay substantial compensation for the way he treated me. When Frank and his mom returned to the United States, the authorities were already informed about the theft and fraud they had attempted against me. Both Frank and Natalie were apprehended, but I decided not to press charges. However, I did request a restraining order against both of them, which the court promptly granted. Since then, I've sold my former house and found a new home that better suits my preferences. I've also begun casually dating someone. While it's not yet serious, dating him is enjoyable, and we're having a great time together. Hopefully, this time, I won't end up in a foreign country without funds if I continue seeing him. Regarding Natalie and Frank, both of them are marked as scammers by the police, and the banks kept a vigilant watch on their activities, flagging certain transactions until they could verify the payment method. Frank had to move back in with his mom as he couldn't afford a new apartment. I don't feel remorse for my actions, as I believe they both got what they deserved for their treatment of me. However, I wish it hadn't come to this, but some individuals need to learn life lessons the hard way, and Frank is certainly one of those people.